This is the Major Figures Podcast recorded at GOT Sound Studio with your hosts Chris Darnell and Goody. We're a community for people who inspire to be major figures and who want major figures. Let's figure it out together. What's going on, man? It's another episode, another week of Major Figures Podcast.
Major Figures Podcast.
Yeah, you got to work in this week, my man. But yeah, I'm your host, man, Chris Darnell. Your other host, Goody. We got a special guest host in the building today, man. We got Nique the Geek.
Nique the Geek, what up?
Yeah, man. Sound, man, what we got for him today, bro?
Man, the topic, it might be a little touchy for some people, but dream chasers.
Dream chasers.
We're talking about, should you let go of the dream, or when is it time to try to pursue something else?
Yeah,
so
man.
It's touchy.
So, dream chasers, man. What do y'all feel about dream chasers? What does that mean when you hear that?
Somebody chasing a dream, pretty simple. Going after their big, like dreams are usually big, so it's probably something hard to accomplish.
Would you consider a goal and dream the same thing?
Yeah, kind of. But it's different levels.
I'm about to say,
know.
you got your short-term goals, your long-term goals, and then dreams. Like, what's the difference?
For me, I feel like goals are something that's very obtainable. You know what I'm saying? You just set a time limit on there, or I know if I do this or do that, then I can reach that. But dreams are something that a dream happens when you sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? In a sense. So it's something that your mind fathoms when you're not alert.
So check this out. How do you know that your goals are how do you know that your goals aren't too small if they are attainable? Like if you can
easily reach them, I think they're too small, man.
Well,
that contradicts what you say about dreams and goals then. Because you said goals are something that you said that you know you can accomplish.
Right.
Like a goal for a rapper would be to do a song. A dream would be to become a professional rapper.
A short-term goal would be to do a song.
But it's still a goal.
Yeah.
The long-term goal could be to be a famous rapper.
Yeah.
So I'm lost now. So what y'all saying?
So I'm saying
you feel like a goal and a dream is the same thing?
A dream and a goal is the same thing. It's just like
I don't know, man.
I don't think so.
I feel like it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's like how certain people view it. Like
So it's all perception.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah. So you feel like if a goal and a dream is the same thing? I don't know, man. You got me lost, man. I don't know.
I feel like a dream is another name for a goal.
I don't know.
I
don't see it like that.
Anybody got a definition, man? Look up
definition. I bet you can find. I don't know because I never looked it up. But like in the thesaurus, if you look up Google thesaurus, I bet you can find what's it called? Dream as a synonym for goal.
Hey, look up definition for goals, man. Because all right.
So you looking up dream?
Yeah.
All right, go.
Now
aspirations. Would you say like aspirations the same thing? Like I aspire to be a famous artist.
That's a dream, yeah. Aspiration and dreams, I feel like they're synonyms to me.
Yeah, okay.
So it says dreams, a series of thoughts, images, or sensations occurring in a person's mind during sleep. We all know that. Yeah. A cherished aspiration, ambition, or ideal. I can kind of see how that can be a goal.
Yeah.
But all right, so it says dreams, indulge in daydreams, or fantasize about something greatly desired.
The object of a person's ambition or effort and aim of a desired result.
That's goal?
Yeah, that's goal.
That's
so
all,
it's simple, but like
hand in hand, yeah.
Listen, but when you say dream job, you can get a job, but that might not be their dream job.
Yeah.
So when I'm talking like in the urban context, most people say dream when it's hard to obtain.
Okay.
Goals are pretty easy to accomplish. That's why I said like a rapper, you might want to, your goal is to make your first song.
Yeah.
A dream is to get signed by Rockefeller or somebody like that. That's harder than making a song.
Listen to this, right? It says goals are something you're acting on. Hold up, listen first.
Nah, go ahead.
Goals are something you're acting on. Dreams are something you create in your mind that can take any shape or form, while goals are based on action.
Hey, so
taking action.
I was just about to say, can you turn a dream into a goal?
Yes, you can.
You can.
I can. I will agree to that.
I feel like it's when you take it as like a realistic angle at it, or you like set like short term goals that'll lead you to the bigger picture.
So would you say that that a dream becomes a goal when you're chasing it?
No, I say a dream becomes a goal when you have a plan. When you can specify, like somebody could say, I want to be a famous rapper. To me, that's a dream. Because what do you think is going to happen to get you there? Oh, one day somebody's going to discover me, I'm going to get signed, or I'm going to go viral, and then from there, okay, but if your goal is to be a famous rapper, that person probably has a plan. You know what I'm saying? They're probably, all right, I got a fan base right now, and I know if I keep catering to my fan base, I can build up enough for streaming to where it's an income. And when it's an income, I can reinvest that money. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then grow from there. And then when my brand is established, I can shop my brand around. Because I know labels want to buy into my brand if it's well established.
Right.
And then from there,
in high school, man, there was a lot of people that you ask, man, what you want to do? Or not even high school. I used to work at elementary school, middle school. You talk to the kids, man, I want to be a famous basketball player. I want to be a famous this. But those are dreams, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then you have the people who, all right, they during the summer they're in basketball camps, you know what I'm saying? Then they're in AAU, they try out for college, high school, you know what I'm saying? And they got different goals. Yeah. I know if I can make varsity, you know what I'm saying, then that'll put me in front of this and that. Yeah. So
they got scouts coming and all of that.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Versus somebody like, yeah, I want to play basketball, and all he doing is hooping after school.
So to forever be a dream.
Even when you're working towards your goals and you're dotting all the I's and crossing all your T's, don't necessarily mean you're going to get your dream.
Exactly, but from that perspective, anything can go like that.
So that's why a dream is like you can do everything right and still. That's why it's like when you get your dream job, or your dream goal is so big because you really don't have control over it. But it's a 50-50 chance or less than that.
You could fail playing it safe too. You could fail with goals just like you can with dreams.
Yeah, that's of course. Yeah. But we're talking about how long should you chase your dream? That's like, do you chase it until your 50s?
So,
or do you be like, all right, man, this?
You gotta consider a bunch of things as you get older. One thing you have to consider is, like, what am I supporting? Like, I'm not supporting the same stuff that I was supporting in my teens and my 20s. Mm-hmm. I got kids now. I got a family. I got bills. I got all this stuff. Can I support this, chasing my dreams? Or do I need to reprioritize? Do I need to shift my focus here from now till I can finance this and what I have to support? You know what I'm saying? Or can I chase this responsibly? Can I bring in some type of income doing this that, you know what I'm saying, that will like keep me driven?
So you're saying that if it's taken away from my family and my responsibilities, let it go?
Only because, not all the way, but only if you don't have it like if you're not doing it responsibly. Because sometimes, like I said, everything might be going smooth, and then the stream just stopped. The stream of revenue just stopped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might just like hit a hiccup. You just got to pivot. You got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Versus somebody that was never making money and now they got all these responsibilities and they not like being responsible. Come on, man, be responsible, bro.
So you with that being said, you don't believe in like the age number that they like to say, like, by if you ain't make it by 30 or you ain't make it by 35,
that would depend on what you're chasing too.
Well, I would just, from a music standpoint, being that you are an artist.
So you got to consider a bunch of things. You got to consider your image. You got to consider, are you keeping up with the current trends? Are you keeping up with all of that? Because if you might be 37, but if you out here looking like a 25-year-old
right,
and you sound like what's out here and you actually got some motion, why stop?
Why stop?
You fit in perfectly. You know what I'm saying?
But if you're 37 and
you sound like
and you living off your baby mama. She the only one with a job.
And you sound like Mystical.
And you going to the studio off her paycheck.
Come on with the mic in my hand.
Yeah. You gotta be responsible, man. If you can't support your own dream, then I won't say that because young people can't support their own dream. But if you can't support your own dream as a grown man,
dang.
You know
would y'all, if y'all got close homeboys, would y'all tell them it's time to hang it up?
Ooh, boy, come on, huh?
I wouldn't tell them it's time to hang it up because I'm not a dream killer. However, I would be like, I'll sit down with them and like, tell me how. I'm like, tell me your plan, bro. Tell me your plan. I'm gonna make him nervous. I'm gonna be like, tell me your plan. Okay, how you gonna do that? How you gonna do that? So you got people fucking with your music. You got people doing this, and then they just gonna start to really analyze the situation.
Yeah, like one thing I do, bro, is anytime I'm in the shop and I'm cutting somebody and I talk to them, be a new client or whatever, they be like, man, what you do? Yeah, I do music or whatever. I said, oh, God, that's dope. Well, like outside of that, while you're doing that or whatever, because I don't know where you're trying to go, like what do you do to you know what I'm saying, to make ends meet, man, to provide for that or to take care of your family? What they do, you know what I'm saying? Or they were like, well, I'm just working here just temporarily until I can. Stuff like that kind of bothers me a little bit, bro.
That's when it gets a little risky. The older they are, I think that's real risky.
You have so much faith in your dream that you just working these little piece of jobs, you know what I'm saying, just because you know that's going to take off.
And so you then, if it don't take off and now you like in your 40s and try to start a career.
No skill, no nothing.
So, I'm about to say, one thing I learned, man, is like, even, like, let's say you do get popping doing music.
Right.
Like, it ain't going to last forever.
That's true.
It ain't gonna last forever. And one of the reasons is it's a young man sport. So if you can't play like the young man, you know what I'm saying? If you can't keep up with that, then you know what I'm saying? You're gonna start to fade out. But it's a stepping stone to bigger industries, bigger, you know what I'm saying, revenues and all of that. It's kind of like, you know how you got college that prepare you for the world, and then you got people that couldn't afford college, so they try other stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a trade school. You know what I'm saying? You could bypass a lot. Like a lot of people like go from struggling to not knowing nothing, dropping out of school and everything. And then they get into the music industry, and then, you know what I'm saying, they have their run, and they either fall off as an artist, and then they're into drugs, and you know what I'm saying? Life it just takes a spiral. Or they find their way in a new industry. They've been around. They were blessed enough to be around millionaires and billionaires and, like, you know what I'm saying, learn from people. Like, it's a stepping stone to bigger. So, like, prime example, Waka Flocka. You know what I'm saying? Waka Flocka, we kind of know, like, Waka Flocka, like, I won't say he was uneducated, but he was like, he dropped out of school.
Right. You
know what I'm saying? No college, no none of that. Now, he's into investing. Like, he good with money. And, like, he focused more on that type of stuff than he does rapping. Like, he was like, you know what I'm saying, it's time to retire, you know what I'm saying? So, I think that, like, rapping is a good stepping stone. Like, being in that industry is a good stepping stone to other stuff. So, if people, like, don't understand that from the beginning and they just, like, doing these little jobs, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gonna really.
Do you feel like because nowadays, everybody's a rapper. Do you feel like the amount of rappers that's oversaturating the market, does that make it harder for my 33, 34-year-old homie that sounded same as he been doing? Does that make it harder for him to even get on now?
Yeah, it's a fad right now, and it definitely does make it harder because, like, the industry is evolving every day, and it's gonna be like, the older you get, it's harder to keep up with that.
I don't know. I think right now it's harder for people to stop because you can go viral real quick off TikTok and blow up, and that probably gives people hope.
You can go viral I could do for how one video, you are, bro, or you can go viral for how bad you are.
Like,
but it don't matter, man. Like I said earlier, bro. Like, if they establish a brand off of being horrible, bro, they'll still have an audience that'll work with them.
Sam, man, you used to do music, man. What made you stop, bro?
I didn't see the results I was looking for. That's it.
That's a good reason. But
and I was thinking about the future too. I was trying to set up an inheritance for my kids and all of that, and for my grands when they come.
How long were you doing it? Like, when did you start?
Like, got serious about it, I'll say 2017 maybe.
So about 6 years.
Yeah.
Well, when did you stop?
Oh shoot, I can't tell you when.
Was it?
I did
Was it this year? Last
stuff.
year?
Nah, it was probably before that. When I would say maybe 19, 20, maybe.
So you only been doing it for 2-3 years.
Yeah,
but you already.
But I was rapping since like after high school, since I've been like 19, 20.
So you like legitly pursued it.
Yeah, like invested money and really pursued and tried to really make something shake.
Did you know, like, did you have, so what made you be like, okay, it's time to take it seriously? Like, was you like, okay, I know these people, I make connects, this, that, and the third?
Or you had the money to do so?
Yeah.
Yeah, had the money because I was working. I always was working, but I had the money to do it. And we was making an impact, at least in our community. We was rapping in, and I did some of the goals I wanted to do. So
it was like a lot of trial and error?
Yeah, of course, because we don't have no manager or nothing like that. We doing everything ourselves.
How long you been a barber?
17, since 2017.
2017?
Mm-hmm.
So you've been a barber for 6 years?
Yeah.
When did you start booming?
It depends on what you call booming. What you think booming is with barbering?
Well, y'all two got to shop together. Y'all need no other chairs. Y'all need no other help. Like, when did you feel like, oh, I could do that? Because I know you felt like that before it happened.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
So it was like more of like within the last 2 years.
16, 18. Yeah. Well, you start booming. I felt like I was doing pretty good after like maybe 2-3 years of barbering.
So by now, like, you established.
You could say that.
6 years in the game and you established.
Yeah.
And you only gave rap 2.
But on the flip side, but this is the thing. On the flip side, if I have big goals in my mind.
Okay.
If barbering don't do what it's going to do, I'll move on to something else too.
Okay, so
in order to get what I'm trying to reach.
So what I'm hearing is you weren't passionate.
Oh, that's a lie. I've been passionate about.
No, I'm not talking about barbering.
And music.
Here's what I think it is, because I get what you're saying.
Or trying to say.
I definitely get what you're saying, because I've been there too.
Exactly.
I think for me, bro. So I got sons, right?
Yeah.
And of course, I'm trying to leave stuff for them, trying to build on their inheritance, all of that. But I can't see myself going to my son's school. You know what I'm saying?
My dad raps.
And be like, I'm a rapper.
Hey, look,
I'm a rapper.
And
I don't have kids, so
right, I'm about to say,
I can't relate.
You on a young man sport.
I don't have kids, so I can't relate.
You
so I understand that. Yeah.
What do you do for? I'm a rapper.
Hey, look, career day. My dad's coming. He's a rapper.
So even with like trying, like, so you try for 10 years, and okay, now you popping in the city, but you don't have no finances to back that popularity. Is that success? Because you popular?
Man,
you
a lot of people, like, that happens to a lot of people, man. That's
to
like
me, that's
that awkward phase too. Like from like you're bigger than you actually are. Mm-hmm. So now, like, it looks weird to work a regular job, and I see that a lot. I see a lot of artists that it looks weird for them to work a regular job because they're huge. So they start selling weed and stuff because, you know what I'm saying. That's cool. That's cool.
That, to me, that can be successful to some people, but that's not for me. What my goals and what I'm trying to accomplish is more than just being known or looking dope and being cool.
So I think why, like, back then it was a lot different. Like, that you would result to selling weed and, like, because you're a popular rapper and all of that, and you don't want to work no regular job. But now, one, people are normalizing, like, working. Like, if you a hard worker, like, if you working, if you got a steady job, like, that's what's up. Like, and they normalizing, like, branding yourself. Like, you can brand yourself however you want and then do whatever you want underneath your brand.
So let me ask you, what would be your ultimate goal or dream for you as an artist?
As an artist?
Yeah.
I want to have a steady fan base. You know what I'm saying? I would love, you know what I'm saying? I would love to have shows. It don't matter the size of the venue, but I want to sell out shows. I want to have, you know, decent income on my, like, this is like short term. Long term, the picture is bigger. But I want decent income from my streaming. and I want to be able to like do shows and sell out shows and all of that.
And you will do that until you'll never stop until you see it?
If that's hard to say because I'm seeing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? When I actually put the efforts towards it, I see it. I see my return on investment.
So,
you know what I'm
saying? like gray braids and all. Like, you just going to be out here. Braids gray.
So, look.
Nique the Geek.
Here's where it's going to be different for me. So, if I'm not I always do this. I always try to, like, do evaluations at the end of the year, or not even the end of the year. Every time my birthday hits, I do evaluations on my life. You know what I'm saying? I look back, I be like, am I doing this bigger than what I was doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you, man.
I look back like, am I about to step into a new age doing the same stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I haven't developed anymore as an artist, like, I'm taking the L there. You know what I'm saying?
So you feel like you keep going up a level every year?
Yes, and some of it just come from knowledge. Like, last year, I learned a lot about streaming and publishing and all of that. And I started, like, I went from just getting money from DistroKid to, like, going out there and getting money everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, with this publishing, I mean, not royalty agency, you know what I'm saying? I started to bring in money from different angles off of one song. You know what I'm saying? And this year, I learned about sync licensing. And sync licensing, I can make music until I'm gray. Right. Long as a sync library picks it up, they're gonna give me that check.
Let me ask you, is it more money on the producing side or the being the face?
Producing is just as saturated, to be real with you. I bet you as many producers as it is rappers. I bet you rappers are producing. I bet you producers are rapping. Like, that game is saturated, bro. Even the engineering is becoming saturated. Like, it's all becoming saturated. Like, at this point, you just got to be good at what you do, and you got to be smart with it. You know what I'm saying? But that's every market, man. Like, I'm noticing, I go down TikTok, I see a new girl doing nails, a new girl doing hair, a new girl selling workout stuff, a new trainer. Like, all of those industries are saturated.
But, yeah, and it is. Everything is.
So, like, to be discouraged because everybody doing something, like, let me go back to your question real quick. Can you make more off of producing? In certain situations, you can. If you get a song placed, you might be getting back in for, you know what I'm saying, getting royalties off of something big. You know what I'm saying? And then that one thing could brand you. Like, you know what I'm saying? That could make your name pop, and then people want to buy beats from you because you got that placement. They think you popping now.
I think as a producer, man, you can almost stay in the game a little longer, man.
Yeah.
Than a rapper.
Because a producer doesn't have to, like, uphold an image.
No, you don't.
You're just a sound.
You don't have to be seen as a producer.
And your sound evolves all the time. I watch this live on TikTok. Timbo Idol. I watch that on Timbaland is still out here. Like, he'll be very honest with people too about like, oh no, you need to give it up. Well, no, he won't say that, but he'll be like, you need to keep going. Yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it. You know what I'm saying? But but it's also helping him. Cause now he's staying up on the trends. He's being able to work with who he think is the next big thing, and you know what I'm saying. It's keeping his relevancy in the industry, even at 50 something.
Yeah. Now you think artists that are still trying to make it or whatever, because with all of these rappers and the sound of music is changing, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
rapidly,
they feel like they can keep their same sound because it's different, but you really outdated. You know what I'm saying? You sound corny, man.
That's a tricky one too, man, because sometimes people like buy into the nostalgic sound. It's just how you approach it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I say now everybody know my name. Like,
see, nah. Like if you just stuck back in the day, that's when you stubborn. You stuck in your ways. People not gonna appreciate that anyway. You know what I'm saying? But if you are like paying homage to what happened back then, that's different. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask y'all this. So do y'all think as You a believer, right?
Yeah, man.
You a believer?
Definitely.
So do y'all think that you can create your own path and do like I pick music and I'm gonna make it like this? This is where my most success is gonna be, or is something already carved out for you to do that where your success will be? Because a lot of people, what if you think it's music, but what if it's really something else? And you just keep chasing music.
Maybe music gonna be the bridge.
So I agree with what you said. What I think it is, I think that because we have free will, right, to do, and he uses whatever we do to take us where he want to take us. You know what I'm saying? So even if we do decide, what if we like the podcast is, you know what I'm saying, what we're supposed to be doing.
Right.
What if it's really like speaking at conferences and stuff, but we chose to do the podcast. Now he's going to use this to catapult us to where we're trying to go.
Like I said, it's the bridge, is a stepping stone.
So to go back to what you asked me earlier, I'm not because I was passionate about music, love barbering, passionate about barbering, but I'm not so stuck on anything that if I feel like I'm being led to do something else, that I'm going to say, no, this is what it's going to be. This is where it's supposed to happen at. So I'm okay with,
but you can't
moving.
You can't be stubborn either. Like what you say, you can't be stubborn about it. Like you got to be like, you have to have an open mind. Like I feel like I've been doing music since I was 6, man, and I've been seeing stuff from it. I've been seeing return. I've been seeing all of that. No, I'm not a huge artist, you know what I'm saying, but I've learned a lot. But I've never been like so stubborn, like, oh no, only music, that I won't like be open to other things.
Do you remember any of your stuff?
What you mean?
Any of your music
from back then?
Yeah, like when you was like 6.
Still got that music on my phone.
So you remember something from when you was like 6?
I have that music on my phone right now.
I want to hear something, bro.
Not on that podcast. not on the podcast.
You remember a verse or something?
I still got. Yeah, I remember the verse.
Spit that thing, man.
I'm Dr. D. Operating on the mic, and I don't need my doctor's license. I'm killing this right. Personate now, that ain't. I ain't never been in jail. Not once in my life. It's just a choice that I can't make. Too busy stacking dollars like a layer cake. I got a kick out of it too. Why my money's so green, how could I be blue? Now you telling me somebody at 6 years old rapping like that ain't gonna make it? Now let me
can hear that old school beat too.
Yeah.
I said a minute.
My uncle used to give me the beats. He give me the.
Hey, did you end with this?
Oh nah, I knew that was what.
I'm Dr. D, and I ain't playing the game.
I sound like Chico B.
Yeah,
I sound like shit. But I was sound like that back in 2000 and
ready for Wild 'N Out.
2002, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
I've learned it and evolving, man. Like I said, I'm more into sync licensing. Like I know it's popular right now. And I'm not chasing the current. I know I make great music. I know I'm a great writer. So I'm gonna get in where I fit in. I'm gonna go chase the bag doing sync licensing, or like I'm an audio engineer. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to be good at that. And people want you know what I'm saying? They invest here. They, you know what I'm saying? They come and invest in their sound here.
And what made you get into like engineering?
I was kind of forced into that lane. But I wasn't stubborn. I didn't resist. But I was forced into it. Like,
you didn't want to do it?
Doing it wasn't for people. It was for me. It was I can't afford to keep recording, but if I make this one-time investment and learn this stuff, you know what I'm saying, I can continue to make music as much as I want.
That's how I started cutting hair, honestly, because people didn't have the money to keep taking me to the barbershop, so I had to learn. Yeah. So I got some clippers from Walmart or whatever, but I just learned, you know what I'm saying, scalp myself, scalp people. But I was learning, but I had to learn how to do it for me. Yeah. And then I was able to do it for others.
Yeah, because I would just sit at home. This when I was in high school, too. I would just sit at home all day and didn't care about nothing. Didn't care about no sports. Didn't care about at school, hanging out, hanging with the girls, going to the mall. Nothing. Just stayed in the room all day being experimental. And then looking back, man, I probably should have had more fun, got in some trouble. But now the people I was trying to follow up, they're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing what they was doing in high school for business. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy, man. Yeah. What's crazy to me is that I first recorded with you, bro, in 2014. Yeah, 2014 at your mom and them house in the closet, bro. Yep. All right. And
I think it might have been sooner than that. I
It might have been sooner than that because I think I released the project in 14.
It was like summer of my senior year or something.
Yeah. And look what we had today, bro.
Yeah, bro. And my mom was always supportive. Like, that's another thing, man. When you doing this type of thing, you gotta be around people that don't discourage you. Like, discouraging people can throw you off track so bad because you might be closer than you think, and then those people shoot you all the way down. Like my dad,
it's a thin line. Now.
Yeah. So I had a balance. I had an extreme left person, extreme right person. My dad was all against it. Well, you better go to school, boy. All right, whatever. And my mom was like, "What you need? What you need? I got you. I got your back."
Yes, that's what's up.
Yeah, you know what but it is a thin line because you have the talent and a good sound. What if you don't? And you going hard. You know some people who going hard without a good. You do hard. Too. Yeah. Without a great sound or anything. Should also, they keep trying?
Like, I came up around people, like, we talked a lot of junk to each other. So when it came to, like, music, when I was sharing my music, they wasn't afraid to tell me how they felt. They wasn't afraid to be like, "Oh, that's whack." I used to have to be like, "Why? Why it's whack? Why? Right. Let me fix it."
So as an engineer, right, you record a bunch of people, man. Do people ask for your feedback or whatever? And when you give it to them, are they receptive, or like have you had to tell anybody like this? Just you need to drive trucks?
I haven't. So like I said, I'm not a dream killer. But I'm very constructive when I tell somebody something. I just want to be like, "Yo, this ain't it. This whack." Because one, a lot of different things are like accepted, and I don't know everything that's accepted. You know what I'm saying? And two, my job isn't to kill their dream. My job is to bring the best out of them. And you can't bring the best out of somebody when you discourage them. You know what I'm saying? So maybe there is hidden potential. They'll find it before I do because they'll be like, "Okay, this shit." Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you good, man?
They'll be like, "This is really costing me. So am I really good enough to keep investing in it?" They'll do that before we go too far. But like I said, that's not my job. My job is not to be like, "Hey, bro, save your money, go to school, get a trade." My job is to, "All right, man, your issue is this. So if you can do this or do that," like, you know what I'm saying? I get very technical, and then when they ask for my opinion, then I'll be like, "Hey, man, if it's good, I'll be like, 'Oh, I like this, bro. I really like it.' Or if it's bad, I'll be like, 'This ain't for me, bro.' Like, I wouldn't listen to it, but not to say people not listen to it."
Question. With that, so do you think rap is a gift or it's just something you could just work on to become great at it?
Rap was a gift.
So do you think the people without that gift can just become a better rapper? Like if you say, "Man, you need to work on this."
And you know how I learned that? Andre 3000. Because Andre 3000 was like, rapping is a confidence thing. The more confident you get, the better you'll be.
I don't know. Andre was. Y'all saying?
You said repeat that again.
Andre 3000.
The more confident you are, the better you'll be.
Yeah, the more confident you are, the better you'll be.
I don't know about that one, Andre. We know some confident people.
Think about it, bro.
Yeah, I'm just trying
rapping. Like, if you go dissect your favorite rappers' lines, they have said the corniest stuff sometimes. They have said the wackest stuff that sometimes. They have said stuff that don't make sense. My favorite rapper, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was like, "Weezy F baby," and the F is for phenomenal.
Boy.
Nobody cared.
It sounds good.
Because the demeanor, the confidence, we was like, "Oh, we spell it phenomenal with an F now."
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I be seeing red, you know like a girl's toe.
Girls painting their toes red.
Yeah, it's.
We gonna make sense of it before we shoot it down. Why? Because how he confidently told us. He told us so confidently, it made us question. It made us question the facts.
Yeah,
that's just
wild,
that's
bro.
like lying, bro. Like, if you lie to somebody confidently, they might believe it's the truth.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
You like that may come with manifesting, bro. Like, that may be you manifesting. I'm the greatest. You can't be like, I think I'm the greatest. People be like, "Well, let me tell you, you're not." Versus, "I'm the greatest." They're gonna be like, "Oh, I gotta find out why he's saying that."
You think it's a gift, or you could just manifest into being one of the greats? Or
I don't know, man. But let me tell you something funny, right? My phone just went off. Now, we having this conversation now. This person never hits me up during this time. But today we having this conversation. He called and shoot me a text, man.
He's good or bad?
Be honest, man. They don't know who we talking about.
He need to get a trade.
Oh, dang.
He's bad.
He need to get a trade, man. Especially like when your sound hasn't changed since you've been rapping, bro.
That's another thing. You're not learning. You're not progressing.
Because you said something earlier that I really like, man. You said each year around my birthday, I reflect over last year. You know what I'm saying? See, did I do anything different or whatever? Like, if each year nothing has changed, or each year you sound the same, or each year you're doing the same thing, bro, it's time to reevaluate.
Yeah. So one thing I'll do is if I find that I'm stagnant in an area, I'll take two approaches. One, I'll just center in on it, focus. And if I can't get it right within a certain time frame, I'm like, okay, bro, let it go. Or I'm gonna just like from the jump, I'm gonna be like, that's holding me back, man. That's stopping me from other things. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what it is. It depends on how passionate I am about it. If I'm not passionate about it, I'm like, okay, that's wasting time and energy.
Even with passion, y'all think passion, just because you're passionate about it, is going to lead to success because you're so passionate? Because you really love doing it?
No.
Will that passion just drive you to greatness?
It can because, like, for instance, let's say you're passionate about a person, you're gonna do everything you can to be with that person.
That's true. But if you're passionate about rapping, but you're just so passionate in the rapping that you're not passionate in the growth of it or the development part of it, then it's pointless.
Or you passionate about being on stage.
Or you're passionate about being seen, but you're not passionate in developing in your craft.
What comes with it, the money and all of the fame.
Two-parter, man.
You're right about that. All right, I'll take that one. Like,
yeah, bro.
Like, you gotta be passionate in the like. So one thing I found I found out that I was in love with was the chase. I'm in love with the chase, bro. Like, I'm addicted to the chase. I like to know, I'm getting closer, I'm getting closer, I'm getting closer. Like, that excites me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like to know that what I did worked and it put me in a higher position. You know what I'm saying? The come up is gonna be the best part about all this, bro. I'll probably be one of the people, like, if I get famous, I might actually be sick of it. I might be like, I don't really want it. I'm looking back at what it took to get here. I like that more.
So you, man, I was listening to this guy speak, man, and he said that we have to be more excited about the journey than the destination, because once we get to the destination, that's it.
Yep. But
the journey, man, is full of lessons, full of rewards.
Yep. And that's how I feel. Like, I used to get excited about the littlest things, man. Like, I remember when we were doing shows and going to different colleges and doing shows, bro. I was really in those moments. Then I started chasing that feeling. Like, how can I get more of this? Like, I was an opener, but how can I make that mine? How can I make them? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But now I'm a little older. I think I'm more like passionate about like making like a steady income off of it. Like, how can I do that?
Yeah.
Like, how can I like feel good about being paid for this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Gotcha. So you got any words for anybody that's wanting to be one of the top rappers in the city? What should they do?
Stay in the city.
Stay. Oh, dang.
You'll be the top rapper soon.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah. If you try to be the top rapper in the city, just hang out. Because anybody that's like dreaming a little bit bigger than that, they won't stick around.
Yeah, man.
You'll be the top rapper real soon.
Well, if you are a top rapper in Columbia or South Carolina, because how many professional rappers we got came out of here? What, less than 5 maybe? That got signed to pretty big deals.
But what would you call like successful about it? Like,
well,
they like, how many years have they been like steady? Or
I'd say just on the part of just trying to get a deal, I guess.
A lot of people got deals, man. It's even people we don't even know about, bro. But sometimes you get a deal, you get shelved. Meaning like, okay, we gonna sign you, but we not really like focused on you right now.
If you can get a deal and get get some a big following up, you could pivot from that though. Yeah. Hopefully you're smart enough to make something else happen with all of them people following you, or if you got a little clout, and you could shift. So getting signed and getting on that big stage or being on Instagram with 100,000 followers, real followers, hopefully you can turn that into some money.
But you got to have a hustler mindset, man. People don't know, like people get in the crappiest deals and don't know how to work themselves out of it. They just get in debt because most of them labels are like banks and they just give you loans and then they be like, all right, time to pay back. Or you can't pay back, we just going to sign you again and put you in more debt.
Man, rough game.
Yeah. I got 2 deals.
No, you ain't got no 2 deals. You just working off the debt from the last deal and the new deal.
So it's like when like that negative equity on a car. Yeah, you try to start
upside down deal.
Now they take that equity from the last car.
You gotta think about it, bro. You get signed and you got a manager, like you get $1 million deal, you're gonna get taxed, but your manager is going to get 20 or 15 or 20% of whatever that was before the taxes. You know what I'm saying? So let's say, all right, you get $1 million deal and you got a manager that take 20%. What's that? 200,000. 200,000. And you get taxed. What's that? 30%. You get taxed 30%. So then you left with 700,000. Yeah. They still gonna take their 200 off the 7.
Dang. Yep. So they leave you with 500,000.
5, and then you like you got to keep up with the lifestyle. So now you buying things that you can't afford to maintain the image. Not to mention, you got to pay for the studio time and all of that. So by the time you release your album, you in debt.
Yeah.
And if the album flop,
so all that money to be in the video, that's all you got, brother.
And then
taking care of your crew.
Yep. And then let's say you had a 2-year deal and 2 years up, but you still in debt. They'd be like, all right, we can give you a bonus to pay off your. If you re-sign with us, we'll give you a signing bonus to pay off that debt.
All right. So question is, would you rather be signed or just be independent?
I would really rather be independent. Now I know what doors like that can open from being signed because I seen it. Like I seen like people that get signed get like so many resources and everything, and you know what? I'm probably smart enough to take all those resources and not be in debt. Even you know what I'm saying? Even if my album don't do well. But I think the safer route, which is the longer route, is being independent.
Independent.
Yeah.
So you think that's why they target a lot of young rappers?
Yeah, it's so easy to be independent now, man. Like I said, like last year I spent so much time learning about publishing and royalties and all of that. It's like so much money that independent artists are missing out on right now. Like they missing out on so much of their money and they don't even know it.
So what do you think the up and coming rappers need? Because we got a lot of rappers. Do y'all lacking managers right now? Or what do you think the game is?
They need to
missing from them.
I would say they would need to figure out what they need. Like what you need a manager for. Like can that manager, because the manager gonna take 20% off of everything you make. So
what about you think all managers is doing that? That's like the standard. Because people do put their brother in place or their mom.
That's what I'm saying. But those type of managers, like they in the trenches with you.
Yeah, because they ain't got the really got the resources.
They in the trenches with you. They just those type of managers just make it easy for you to be an artist. The other type of manager is helping you get in position.
Okay.
Like that type of manager is like, okay, I'm gonna handle everything. All he got to do is go to the studio and make music. If anybody want to feature, they're going through me. If anybody want to book something, they're going through me. Like I'm out here in the street, like you know what I'm saying, with the street team and all of that. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, Nique can go to the studio, be an artist. That, you know what I'm saying, those are the type of managers that come up with you.
I ain't saying I can put you places, but I'm gonna take care if the places come.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you work on your craft. I want you to get as good as you can. I want you to put all your focus in there so you'll be as good as you can be. You don't have to wear every hat. Versus I guess with a manager that's already established, it's kind of the same thing. You don't have to wear every hat, but it also comes with a lot of connects and like putting you in positions you couldn't work on your own.
Well, yeah, makes sense, man.
But I was being funny, but I mean it's the truth too about what you said earlier about my advice for if you want to be the top rapper in Columbia. Just hang out.
Well, not just Columbia in the city.
If you want to be like a big rapper, man, I would say learn everything you can about the business and the craft. You know what I'm saying? Like, people get lost in, like, they get lost in, like, I won't say they get lost in staying true to themselves. That'd be a horrible way to put it. But you got to remember, like, if you want this to be a career, treat it like a career, man. You know what I'm saying? Treat it like a business. Like, work on, think about the things that's going to make your brand grow. You know what I'm saying? People like, oh no, I ain't doing that, bro. I ain't getting on Instagram and doing this and that and the third. I mean, bro, like that. Sometimes that's what it take, man. You got to get out there. You got, like, introverts be stuck in the house. Yeah. Maybe people like that. Maybe you do need a manager if you an introvert, because you can't really get in rooms and shake hands and, like,
your gift is not enough, man.
You got, cause it's more like, somebody told me it was 90% business, 10% music.
Well.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can't really do what you need to do on the business side, you either A, need to get somebody to handle that for you, or B, learn, educate yourself, get brave, get courage, or give it up, man, because you're just gonna be running in circles. Nobody's gonna discover you, bro.
Oh, there that dream killer go.
There you go. I knew it was
Nobody is going to discover you and be like, and I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong about that. But I don't believe nobody gonna discover you just because you make good music these days, because they can't make no money off of just making good music. They can make money off of a dude that can drop a song and get 100,000 organic views in a day.
Man, I think that's it, man. I think so. All my rappers, man, or I don't care if you 6 or 66, man. Dust off them notepads, get them pens out, man. Keep writing. It's still around. It's still an artist in there somewhere, man.
Listen, let me leave them with this right here. Make your dreams goals, and if you don't, get your head out the clouds.
Hey, facts, man. And then, man, that was another episode of Major Figures Podcast,
Major Figures
man.
Podcast, Nique the Geek.
Nique the Geek, man. Chris Darnell and Goody, man, and we out.